All right, everyone, welcome in to episode one. If you are not familiar with me, my name is Colin Foley. I'm based out of Massachusetts, outside of Boston. Um, I've been in customer success now for multiple years, probably 5 years or so. And I've actually created a lot of content over the past several years on LinkedIn. And a lot of it was originating around customer success, breaking into customer success, and finding a job. And I think over the last year or two, there's been a big push in different workflows, different movements, and different processes to land a job. And I did that for a while. And what I really wanted to start to do was branch into a little bit more of kind of a one-on-one plus an interview style podcasting. So my approach with this podcast is going to be a lot more AI focused with customer success. So over the last year or so, I've actually been taking the lead within my company. I'm in HR tech. I work at Clear Company, which is an HR ATS talent management software. Dabbling with AI, utilizing AI, and I've actually been a lead on AI centric projects within Clear Company. And I think through that, my exploration around AI has expanded, whether that's OpenAI with ChatGPT, whether that's Claude with Anthropic, or even Google with Gemini. And I have a lot of other tools, and I've actually led initiatives, I've built projects, I've built vibe coded apps. But what I wanted to do here is I've been kind of there's a lot of podcasts everywhere around customer success. So my goal with this podcast is really to start to talk about customer success, the day to day, my experience as a customer success manager for an HR tech company working in SaaS, in B2B. But also leveraging AI in your workflow, not necessarily from the standpoint of a C-suite executive or um, a director level. I wanted this to be sort of more, how do real customer success managers across industries, across platforms use AI in their day to day? And I know for me, there's a whole, whether it's a tech stack, whether it's this, we use primarily Google Workspaces suite of products, right? So I'm highly leveraging on a daily basis Google Gemini. I'm highly leveraging whether it might be Claude for just some personal, research or just content or whatever it may be. Could also be Gong, could be Salesforce, could be Zendesk. There's all these tools that we have in place. Some of them have AI layers within them. How do those systems connect? But I think one of those pieces for um, customer success managers is, how do you sort of weave that through to your day to day? Is it just pre-call prep in QBRs, account reviews, renewal conversations, pulling those transcripts, and then sort of during the call, follow-ups, notes, deck creations, and then post-call, do you have to do some product updates? Do you have to log things within Zendesk? Do you have to log things in your CRM, health, risk factors, whatever it may be? And then obviously a follow up. So what I want to do with this podcast is really do that kind of step, is to kind of weave through those, talk about my examples, talk about my scenarios in a format that's casual like this. And and my hope with this is that it's informative for people. You get a lot out of it, and these podcasts, in my view, are going to be quick hitters in terms of maybe 15 minutes to 30 minutes in length. My hope is to have some guests on as well as I make it through, the podcast and everything like that. But and I also want this to be a little bit more personal. Obviously, I leverage AI in my work, but I think as you kind of, maybe people feel the same way. Maybe it's on LinkedIn or whatever it may be. It's very easy, I think, now to spot AI generated content or whatever it may be. And I kind of like this free form space where I'm a tech professional, I'm a father, I'm working in customer success, I'm leveraging AI, and I'm on a leadership project committee around AI, whether that's building tools, workshops, leading it, courses, whatever it may be. And I want this to be a format where we can kind of talk about that. So I think that's really going to be sort of my goal out of this, and hopefully these are good, useful, productive podcasts for you to listen. And that's really what I want this to be, is really myself, my experiences. If you take this and you learn a little something from it, great. If not, and it's just for pure entertainment or knowledge, that's totally fine as well. So more to come, and more to come from this podcast. But thank you for listening. And if you've actually followed me on LinkedIn as well, you can follow me. You can add me as well. I'm always happy to talk to people, meet people, and I'm gonna try to do this as much as possible. Obviously, it's busy for me working, kind of doing this on the side. Well, so hopefully it's entertaining for everyone. And if you want to follow along, I appreciate that. And we'll see you in the next one.